Hi book besties, Brianna Sanchez here, your next favorite romance author. In this video, we're going to be doing how much I can read in 1 week. Now, this is going to be a little bit different because I'm on vacation, so this is not an ideal how much I read in 1 week by any means. This is just how much I read in 1 week while I'm on vacation. And also, need I mention, I am not on vacation where I am sightseeing or doing any sort of activities. I am purely being a beach bum. So I'm on vacation just to read primarily. So anyways, this is gonna be a fun video because I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of reading done. I'm gonna at least try. I have nothing really going on this week, so I plan to get a lot of reading done. Today is Sunday and it's already the end of the day, but I figured we'd start now because I'm about to start reading for the day. And then Saturday I'm gonna finish this video, and my best friend is flying in Saturday night, and so I figured I'll probably be done reading and won't get much reading done while she's here, so I wanted to make this video now while I still have the time. And yeah, I want to show you guys how much reading I can get done and see how many books I can get through. I feel like this is gonna be quite the challenge and pretty interesting because I feel like my reading schedule and lifestyle has been very different while being here in Sanibel, but it's been so enjoyable nonetheless. So let's go talk about my current read and go read. Okay besties, we're gonna start reading, but here's the book I'm starting with. I'm starting with Love and Gelato. I definitely wanted to read this in Italy, but there's no more prologuing this read because I just need to finally read it. I'm so excited to read this. I actually don't really know what it's about, except that it's a young adult romance, I believe, and this girl, she is a young girl and one of her parents dies, and I guess she has another parent she never knew about in Italy, so she ends up going to Italy. I don't know if it's about just like discovering her heritage and like this life she never knew or what, but that's pretty much all I know. But I have read the first chapter and the prologue, so I am on page 20 right now, and there's about 380-ish pages, so I feel like this could be a pretty fast-paced read, but for some reason whenever I have a shorter read, it takes me longer to finish. I have no idea why. It's like this weird theory that I have, but anyways, we're going to start reading this, and I'm going to track this video with how many pages I read per day and then like a full summary at the end of the week, not by like time or anything, because I definitely read like at all sorts of different times of the day. And yeah, so anyways, I'm super excited to start this. This has been a very long anticipated read for me. I've been wanting to buy Love and Luck and Love and Olives, which are the next 2 books in the series, but I didn't know if I was gonna like this since it's young adult, so finally cracking this bad boy open. So read with me, guys. So far today I've read 20 pages. Let's see how many more pages I can read. Okay, so this book is pretty fast-paced, which I'm so happy about. I'm already on page 55, chapter 5, and I think since I last spoke to you guys, it's only been like 30 minutes, and I'm normally a pretty slow reader, so I'm really happy about that. My goal is going to be to get to page 100. If I could read more, then great, but if not, that's fine too. I will later, once it starts getting darker, move on to my Kindle read, but I'll talk to you guys about that then. But so far I'm really liking this book. I think it's a pretty good read. It's pretty simple. Okay guys, so I did get to page 100 of Love and Gelato. I actually got exactly to page 100, so I'm stopping for the night because my eyes are down here. I'm so exhausted. It's not even that late, I'm just tired. The sun drains you. And now I am moving on to my Kindle read for the night, and that is Rules for the Summer by Megan Quinn. I'm so excited to start this. This is her latest release, and I am now learning that I am a huge Megan Quinn fan. Her last book, Till Summer Do Us Part, was so good that I just knew that I needed to read this next, sooner rather than later, because it was so good. So anyways, I'm going to start reading this. Let's see what page I'm on. I started this last night, last minute, so I didn't get too far into it. I'm on page 16. I'm literally 2% in. So that's where I'm at. We'll see how much I read though. And yeah, I can't wait to continue reading this. So far, just like right off the bat, hilarious. But I expected nothing less. Okay guys, I fell asleep really quickly last night, so I only ended up reading 22 pages of Rules for the Summer. So yesterday I read 122 pages with both books combined. I decided to start the audiobook Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It, and I'm really liking it so far. This is like a really good take on the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin, but for a woman, and I love that because I have never read anything like that, so I'm really into it. I listened to an hour yesterday, and then I've listened to 30 minutes this morning, so I'm off to a good start with that. But yeah, now I'm gonna go to the beach and I'm going to continue reading this. I would love if I could finish this today, but I don't know. I just feel like it's such a fast-paced book that I probably could, but we'll see. So let's go to the beach, guys, and read with me. Okay, besties, so I spent the day reading Love and Gelato. I got a good amount of the way through. I'm on page 210, so I read 110 pages of this today. I really wanted to get more of the way through. I just kept getting distracted. So hopefully tomorrow I can finish the rest of it. I feel like that's pretty doable. It will be like 170 pages, but I feel like I can do it. I'm gonna make that my mission for tomorrow. I have so far listened to, I believe, 2 hours of my audiobook. I'm about to hit the 3-hour mark, so yeah, roughly like 2 hours I've listened to today. So that is also amazing. I'm going to call it quits with that. And then lastly, I'm going to go take a read of Rules for the Summer. I want to try and read a lot of that, like as much as I can, because yesterday I did not make a dent in that book and I'm really enjoying it so far. Like everything is super funny. let me give you guys a quick rundown of what's happening in this book. So I'm still doing my best to describe books to you guys without spoilers. Like, this is all so new to me. But basically what's going on is we have our main character, Lena, whose mom just dies at the beginning of the book, and her mom tells her that she really wants her to go to Italy to go live with this guy. And when she goes to live with this guy, she learns that this guy is her father, and so she's really lost as to why her mom has never told her that that's her father. But while she's there, she meets other kids her age, and they start showing her around Italy, and she also carries a journal that her mom had sent to the address she'd be staying at ahead of time, and she reads her mom's journal, her mom's words, and she's trying to discover why her mom never told her who her dad was this whole time, and maybe get to the bottom of whatever secrets she was keeping. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm actually at this part where she's going to a club with her friends, and so that's a club like her mom went to, and she mentions in the journal. So she goes to a bunch of different places that like her mom has mentioned, and so it's a really cutesy story. It's honestly really great. I love it so far. It's a young adult book, but it's a very well written young adult book. It almost feels a little bit more adultish though, because since they're Italy and like there isn't really a legal age for things, I believe she's 16 or 17. It does feel like they're a little bit older, like that they're 21, because they're drinking and they're going to clubs and they're doing all these different things and they're getting to be out until like 1 to 2 a.m. So it does have a different tone to as to a regular young adult romance, but I'm really enjoying it. So now I'm going to take a break from this for the night, go read Rules for the Summer, and yeah, I will update you guys on how much I end up reading tomorrow morning. Hi besties, let me give you a little wrap up of what I ended up reading yesterday. So I ended up reading 31 pages of Rules for the Summer. I did an hour and 45 minutes of my audiobook, and then I did 110 pages of Love and Gelato. So definitely off to a good start for the week. It's only been 2 days so far, so I feel like that's pretty good. And I'm going to go and start reading a little bit of Love and Gelato. I have listened to a little bit of my audiobook today, but that's all I've done. I haven't done any reading yet. So come outside with me, guys, while I read a little bit. We decided not to go to the beach today, just gonna chill at the beach house. So yeah, I'm gonna probably read a little bit outside. My goal for today is to finish Love and Gelato. I have like 180 pages, so it is a lot that I need to get through. I still have this. It's decently like I'm halfway through, but I feel like I can do it. I feel like I can. So let's hope. Okay, so I just got to page 348, so that means I have exactly 50 pages left, I believe. Or no, exactly 40 pages left. So yeah, not bad at all. I'm actually going to take a little bit of a break though, because I've been reading for a while, and I'm going to go on a walk. I'm going to take my dog on a walk, and then I'll come back a little bit later and finish reading. I definitely can finish this tonight now that I only have 40 pages left. It's only like 7 p.m. so I'll definitely be finishing this, and it's so fast paced. But I think I told you guys a little bit about this book and how we have the main character Lena, and she basically gets this journal left to her by her mom who just passed, and she's like trying to figure out who her real dad is. So it's just so good. Like, I just got to the part where she does find out who her real dad is. The person that's not her real dad, she thinks that he thinks that he's her dad, but it turns out he already knew that he wasn't her dad, but he wanted her anyway. And it's just so adorable. Like, if you guys want just a cutesy little romance, or I guess just a cutesy little book for the summer, I would read this. This is so cute and adorable. It's not anything like mind-blowing or life-changing, but this is definitely a really cutesy read. So I'm gonna come back to this in a little bit, guys. Okay, I'm back from my walk. Oh my gosh, this was such a cute little book. I'm definitely gonna read the next two in the series just because this was good. So the next two is Love and Luck and Love and Olives. I love it. Oh my gosh, this makes me want some gelato really bad. I am gonna go ahead and rate this a 3.75. I feel like if it had a little bit more adultness in the book that I could relate to, probably would have rated it higher. Maybe even some spice would have made this better for me. This is obviously a young adult book, like I knew what to expect, and I loved it. Like, this is probably one of my favorite young adult books I've read, to be honest. I'm still gonna go ahead and rate this at 3.75, but that's still a really good rating. I thought the writing style was great. There was a lot of really funny lines in here. There was a lot of emotional moments in here. Just a really good book overall. So I'm so happy I finally finished this. This makes me so happy. This has been on my TBR for quite a while. I was saving this book as well as One Italian Summer for a while because I really wanted to read them in Italy, but I was not making any plans to go to Italy, so I just told myself, you know what, I'm finally gonna read them. What am I waiting for? So I'm really happy that I finally read this. So now I'm gonna go call it a night. I'm probably gonna listen to my audiobook while I unwind for the night, and then once I'm in bed, I'm going to read Rules for the Summer. But yeah, I'll bring you guys along with me. So happy I finished the first book. Hey guys, it's the next day, so I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. So I have not read yet today, but I have listened to my audiobook and I finished it. So that was really exciting. So I finished Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It. I ended up rating that a 3.75. I felt like it was a very good story. I loved the storytelling within it and how it had that message. It wasn't a hidden message, it was very clear on what the message was, but I loved that it was told in a storytelling way. I feel like obviously there are not many conversations about womanhood and like sex in books and in life. Call Her Daddy like really changed that. I feel like, I mean, not just her, like tons of other people have started talking about it and it's becoming more of a thing that we can normalize. But I feel like that book was just amazing because it was in a storytelling way. So I really enjoyed it, but I still rated it a 3.75 because honestly, like, I don't relate to it that much, but I could still enjoy it and could still see how other people could relate to it. I did start a new audiobook, and that is Mistakes Were Made by Lucy Score. I have been excited to start that audiobook, so I finally started it today. I got like, I want to say like an hour or two in. I'll have to update you guys on that later once I keep listening to it throughout the day. But hopefully I'll sit down with a book later. I really wanted to start a new physical read, but since my friend is coming on Saturday and it's already Thursday, or no, and it's already Wednesday, I honestly didn't think I would be able to finish a physical read and my Kindle read because the Megan Quinn book is like 600 pages long and I'm only on page like 70. Like, I did not read that much yesterday. I think I read like 5 pages last night. So with the pace I've been going at nighttime, I feel like I just want to make that my daytime book right now, which is a little unfortunate because I did want to get more physical reads done, but I do want to finish that book during this vlog. So I'm going to switch over to that, not pick up a new physical one, but I did start a new audio one. So I think by the end of this video, I'll be able to finish both my audio book and my Kindle read. So that's my plans. So I'm gonna go clean up a little bit, do some other things I need to do around the house, and then I will hopefully be able to sit down later with that book. Okay guys, it's already 8 p.m. and I'm finally sitting down to read. It's taken me so long. I've just been preoccupied. But I did give you guys my update a little bit ago on my audiobook and like what I was going to be reading next this week. I forgot to give you guys my update for what I read yesterday. So yesterday I listened to 5 hours and 15 minutes of my audiobook. It was a lot, but keep in mind I'm listening to it on like 2 times speed. So I only actually spent like 2.5 hours listening to it, but it came out to 5 hours and 15 minutes. As for Love and Gelato, you guys saw that I finished that as well, but I technically read 176 pages. And then as for Rules for the Summer, I read 7 pages. I'm just gonna try and primarily focus on Rules for the Summer right now. I'm gonna start reading this. So yeah, I'm on page 76. My goal just like out here is to get to page 100. And then after I've been reading for a little bit, maybe I'll go inside or something. We'll see what happens. We'll see how I'm feeling. But I'm just gonna take it a little bit at a time. This book is very overwhelming. I thought there were 600 pages, but there's 587, so it's like right there. Okay, let's read, guys. Hey guys, it's the next day again. I feel like I've been pretty bad about filming the last couple days for some reason, but it's fine. I'm gonna get better. So I feel like yesterday I ended up doing like 35, 40-ish pages of my Kindle read. Not that much, not as much as I hoped. And then I did a couple hours of Mistakes Were Made, I think 2 hours. So today I did 1 more hour of Mistakes Were Made so far. I hope to continue more of that later. And then I haven't read any of my Kindle books so far, so once I start reading that, I will bring you guys along with me. I've just been so busy like focusing on work, and I got really inspired today about writing like my next book and stuff, so I wanted to do that while I was so inspired. So anyways, I will bring you guys with me once I read later today though. Okay guys, the official stats are in. So I did not talk to you guys on Saturday, which was the last day of my challenge, so to say, just like my reading week. And my friend came Saturday night, so then I spent all this time with her and didn't talk to you guys, but I did keep track of, okay, I did keep track of everything I read for the week and listened to, and I want to talk about it with you guys. So I did give you like a rough draft, I'd say, yeah, of what I was reading each day. On Saturday, I ended up finishing my audiobook. I did not read a physical book on Saturday because I just did not have the time since my friend was coming that night. So overall, I was kind of surprised with my stats. I thought I was definitely going to be able to read at least like 2 physical books, or just like a physical book and a Kindle book, and then maybe 1 audiobook. No, I did not do that. I don't know if it's because the Kindle book I chose was very big. It kind of put me in a reading slump. So now I haven't read for like the last 6 days since I finished this challenge. Anyways, to end the challenge, I ended up reading a total of 596 pages, which is a very good amount, but honestly, I just feel like I chose the wrong books. Like, they were not fast-paced for me. Except Love and Gelato, it was definitely fast-paced. But then for audiobook hours, I listened to 26. But keep in mind that I didn't actually, like, listen to 26 hours of my time of this. That's just how long the books were. So I actually probably did half of that because I've read it in, like, 2 times. So 13 hours. Maybe even a little less because I think one of them was kind of slow, that I was putting it up to like 2.2, and then later I was like 2.3 even. Like, anyways, I was just being crazy with it because also I wanted to finish Mistakes Were Made. I was on crunch time with that because my mom, I was using her Audible account and she was ending it. She wasn't going to pay for it anymore, so I was like, I need to finish this before it's over, and I had like 2 days left, so thank goodness I finished it. I finished 3 books in this challenge, but 2 of them were audio, so I feel like that's cheating, but anyways. Phoebe Roman's Gonna Lose It, I rated that at 3.75. Love and Gelato, I finished, and I rated that at 3.75. And Mistakes Were Made, I finished, and I rated that at 3.25. So overall, like, pretty decent books, but none of them were like a 4 or 5 star for me. So that's probably why I kind of got into a little slump, because I just have like mediocre books back to back. And then unfortunately I did not finish Rules for the Summer, and it's like 6 days later, still haven't finished it. I've been reading like 2 pages a day of it, and I'm just not in the mood. So I kind of decided that I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up new books. I'm gonna try and do One Golden Summer, but I'm gonna make another video for that. So if you guys want to join me in the next video, come watch me. I'm gonna do a reading vlog where I read this because I had so much fun reading Every Summer After. That book was a 5 star for me. I loved annotating it. I read that book in like 3 days. Loved it so much. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for coming along with me, seeing how much I read. I was honestly really surprised because the fact that I'm trying not to work, even though I told you I still am working. But I have so much free time here at the beach house. I really thought I was gonna read a lot more, and then that was like a whole week that went by where I only read 1 physical book. That's in my TBR. So I guess I was just kind of disappointed with that. It's fine. Join me in the next video because we're gonna be reading One Golden Summer. So love you, book besties, and I'll see you in the next video.